welcome back to the continuation of the domino effect. So we've established that in my circumstance, and probably in a lot of other people's circumstances, I've already been in the shock mode, been in the denial mode that what the surgeon did was wrong. The injuries are starting to settle in, and grappling with the pain and the realization that my body is really hurt, and all the fears start chiming in. Am I ever going to recover from this? Ever? What am I going to do? Like, the financial woes are so big. And in the meantime, with the trauma stacked on top of all that, in a state of confusion and depression. And other people might have reached out to their loved ones or another doctor. I kind of collapsed in on myself along with my body that was collapsing in on me. I did not deal well with it. I just wasn't thinking clearly. And next up is who are you going to call? What do you do? Who do you call? So people who have experienced malpractice, if you look up the site of the hospital, who do I call if I'm injured? Well, for instance, on Ohio Health site, they tell you to call the Joint Commission. Well, if you look up the Joint Commission, they actually do not deal with individual circumstances. They do nothing for you. You can submit a complaint and they put it in their database, which is what I did, not knowing that they weren't going to help me. I just followed Ohio Health, directions. If you have a complaint, do this. Call their ethics committee or whatever. Whatever the site says is just a diversion. It's a diversion for people who already are hurt and have no energy and are scared and upset. Oh, call these places that do nothing for you. I call it nowhere land. You can talk all you want, but they're not going to help you. These are not people in places that have anything to do with accountability. So the surgeon that I saw that hurt me operated on me at Grant Medical Center in Columbus, Ohio. And so I called the Grant Medical Center, and they sent me to the surgeon's office manager. He was very nice, couldn't help me. I called Ohio Health's customer experience because it's listed for you to call. They sent me to the director of risk management. I reported the surgeon to the Ohio Medical Board. We'll talk about that later in upcoming video. I reported to Ohio Health's business operations manager, and they sent me to the director of risk management. I called Ohio Health's VP of customer relations, and they sent me to the director of risk management. I called Ohio Health ethics and compliance department, and as directed, I gave a lengthy account of what happened, very lengthy. I was told to call back in 2 weeks, give them my claim number, and they'd tell me what was discovered. And in the meantime, they were supposed to investigate my claim. When I called back, they gave me the number of a doctor, and I called that doctor, and he had no idea what I was talking about. He had nothing to do with it. Waste of time. I emailed Ohio Health executive leadership twice, no response, except for behind the scenes, they sent me back to the risk management director. I reported to the Joint Commission. They sent me a polite thank you letter for my report, and my report was filed in their database, they said. I reached out to the Attorney General, had no response, and I don't think the Attorney General has anything to do with this. I called Grant Medical Center again, and I called to speak with the secretary to the president there. The secretary had someone from Customer Excellence call me, who had someone else call me, who said the person I have to talk to was the risk management director. And I asked this person to please have someone other than him call me because he wasn't doing anything for me. And she said, you have to talk to him. I called the Department of Health to report my complaints. And it turns out they serve healthcare facilities like for the elderly. And they didn't do anything to help me. I called Oblenis Hospital in Athens, Ohio, because I was a local to Athens County. And I called Ohio Health to see if the president of the hospital there could be an advocate for me, so that I could be heard. And she was told that she was not allowed to speak to me. A very kind nurse and patient advocate there was our go-between, and she was very sorry that nothing could be done. She was very nice. But yeah, the president there was not allowed to speak to me. So when someone's injured and told who to call and what to do, it's really just taking you nowhere. If you look it up online, what do I do? Who do I call if I'm injured? It immediately goes to page after page of lawyers. Well, what do you do in the meantime? Like right now, right here, when I need help? I wanted to make sure that this doctor wasn't going to hurt anyone else, and I needed accountability. In Ohio Health, there was none. Zero. None. I'm getting riled up here. This was all wasted time, wasted energy. No one there could help. It's all just a bunch of BS. So what do you do? What do you do? Who do you call? Well, you'd be better off calling Ghostbusters because no one's there to listen to you. Liz Florentino, survivor on a mission.
If you see him